was not even on. It was the properties got messed up. I was just saying. So I'm making this here. This is this here. Making an ornament here, and then sorry, I did not realize my microphone wasn't working here. I got my IRO thing I made a while ago. I 3D modeled and printed. I'm here. I was just saying I'm making a relief ornament, a relief sculpture ornament, so it's flat on the back. It's easier. This clay is molten. I thought I was talking. Oh, yeah, it's kind of molten here. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna just lay out some of the clay here so it has something to grab onto right here, and I'll trim it up, you know, right here. And the Venom Hound thing right here, this is going to be the Venom Hound nest. I'm just going to bring this right here and have a base for it, and then have some things right here. I'm going to 3D scan this later, and I'm going to refine it some more. So I'm probably going to be sculpting for probably about up to maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes on each. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of place the major forms. It's kind of drawing with clay. I said that, but my audio wasn't on here. And I'm going to use the tools here to kind of shape and carve out this right here. So I'm just laying out the major forms right now. So, ooh, a little warm right there. And I mentioned I injured my finger and my hand. So that was a couple months ago. But I didn't realize my mic wasn't on. Oh, now it was on. It just was the properties was not set up to the right thing. So I'm adding kind of the thighs right here. I like doing digital, but traditional is fun, you know. And then I'm gonna put these little feet right here. I can change the proportions and stuff like that. It's all about taking primary shapes. I'm just finalizing some evolve contest stuff. I'm gonna get that art contest here in a bit. So I'm just trying to make this here. I can rough out the shape and stuff like that. Suppose I can start kind of roughing out, maybe make kind of a middle line right here. Right here. And then I could probably start kind of carving some of this extra clay away here to make it a little nicer. I like this tool right here. It has a flat end here, and I can start kind of carving this out, getting the shape I want. Get rid of the extra here. My intention is to sculpt most of it in clay, and then I'm going to 3D scan and refine it, and then have a 3D print file made available for people to download, and they could print with their printer. So we will see. And my tablet just went off. I'm looking at my reference here, and I can't see my face. Hold on. All right, cool. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this right here, make this rock right here, trace his face here, kind of use this to kind of blend right here. Have his, actually let's go ahead and trim some of this clay off right here. Have this rock going right here. Take this, we'll give him some pecs, you know, give him some muscle right here, suppose. Let's go ahead and start kind of cutting the shapes out for his arms. Oops, not that. That's the wrong one. Let's go ahead and cut this right here. Don't have to be exactly precise. I'm gonna part of the beauty to the working in digital is that I can go ahead and actually do a mirror and weld. So right now it's just really basically about conceptualizing, I guess you can call it. I'm just trying to get the rough shape here. So this is going to be a Goliath throwing a rock. I'm using the flat end of the tool here to basically kind of make kind of a rock kind of thing. Put the tool at different shapes, maybe a bit of crisscross or hatching right here. And then I do want to give it some mass, because what happens is when I 3D scan it, I want some thickness to it because I'm going to be scanning part of this board. So yeah, that means I have to go ahead and make sure there's thickness to it, I guess what I'm saying. So I can like trim it. I can cut it off. So let's see here. It might be ideal for me to start drawing some stuff out. So what I'm drawing is I'm going to take this here. I'll go ahead and kind of draw some details. And then I'm going to add the clay to it. It's the same thing I do like when I do like a full 3D piece. You know, this leg is a little more forward facing, so if I wanted to, I could just add some clay and basically kind of make the thigh shape. Right here, I could do the same thing with the other side here. I want to try to make it as symmetrical as possible, but you know, it doesn't have to be symmetrical as possible. As I said before, it's not cheating, but I'm just trying to make sure that now I'm going to go ahead and make the bottom of the feet right here. I'm going to go ahead and take this tool right here, and I'm going to kind of carve out the shape right here. There it goes. Then actually, I'm going to make sure the feet are a little more pointed, so I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to raise this a bit. Take this clay, give it a little bit of depth here, right there. Maybe curve this more. Then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have the face. I'm going to add kind of the, not the face, the body right here. Now it's important, Goliath is pretty fit. Goliath is like a bodybuilder, man. He's got some lats. He's got a nice, not a nice waist, but like he's got, you know, he got that right there. So you got that shape right there. I can't believe I accidentally probably broadcast on my when I was broadcasting some Evolve. I didn't realize. I think I was doing it from my my YouTube channel as well. My settings got transferred over. So in this case, pecs go up around here. So this is Goliath. And it goes up and around the bicep. So I'm going to trim this down right here. Actually, I might have to bring this in more this way. So the pecs go here. The shoulder, I'm going to probably trim this down right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and see here. The Venom Hound nest is going to be worked on a bit, but I'm going to work on the shape here more. Now let's go ahead and work on kind of the gesture of the muscles here. So let's go ahead, trim that out for the tricep. The forearm goes in here, so I'm going to make sure I get the bicep shape here. So I'm going to carve that right there, and then I'll add the shoulder muscle back onto it. I'll add some monster details in a bit, some spikes in the back and whatnot. But yeah, it's getting there. So if I need to, as I said before, the important thing is to get the overall kind of shape or detail. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I'll lay out a quick little face here, just for like. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the face. I'll probably give him more of a hunch, I suppose. You know, when Goliath picks up the rock, I'm going to go ahead and give him more to his back right here, actually. And actually to his shoulders as well. So I'm going to take this tool and go here and then go. Here. I'll work on his hands a bit as well. Not his hands, but his forearms. So let's go ahead and, oh, whoops. There it goes. And then this one here as well. I want to give him his claws and all that good stuff in a bit. Just trying to sculpt the muscle here. Alright, let's go ahead and add some to the bicep. So his feet has a little split right here. So he's got 4 toes actually, Goliath. I did my research. So I'm just going to go ahead and just push down with this tool here to kind of create, to kind of help kind of merge with the table, not the table, with the board here. And then I'm going to go ahead and maybe give him some spikes. Let's go ahead and let's start refining some of his muscles here. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that right there. So let's go ahead and give some bicep right here, I suppose. Right there, and then right here, and then let's go ahead and give some, let's go ahead and define the pecs a bit. Goliath is basically, as I said before, that basically a very fit, like he's got muscles on muscles. And then I gotta make sure I emphasize the rib cage. So there's this right here, and then this right here goes up and around, and then right here, and this is supposed to go underneath the pit right there. So I gotta go to the lats and then here. Right here, the abs. I'm gonna also make sure. Actually, ribcage. I don't know why I have the lat like that, or the pec. It should be more like this right here. It goes along the rib. It goes along one of the ribs right here, and then it goes up over. So that's probably why. Let's go ahead and work on the mid portion right here, and also let's make sure this side matches as well. Whatever I do one side, I should do the other. I'm working around a camera here, so got this camera in front of my face. Take a little coil. You're going to deal with a lot of coils or balls of clay, and then what you do is you just kind of sculpt it the way you want, and then you'll press it on. Right there. Go up with it. Go to the down to the groin right here. Shape that. Take this tool right here. I love the spatula and like the other kind of tools, and basically I just kind of use it to kind of create the overall kind of form and help to kind of clean it. So I do that as well. I don't know, should I probably put on some like relaxing music or something? Let me go ahead and take some more clay, and then let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead. What you do too is you sometimes take the tool. It's almost like drawing. You go across with it especially when you're doing like, and then you just trim to try to match right there. You look at it, you eyeball it, especially when there's a camera in front of my face. Try to go here and go around it. And then I could always add like little spikes. Since this is this is gonna be a Christmas ornament, let me just go ahead and do this. I'm gonna add a little sphere around here. I got ballpoint tools, which are awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little dot of clay here so people understand it's like an ornament. This is before I could 3D scan it and refine it and have it as a 3D print file for people to 3D print. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this finished, after this weekend, so I can go ahead and put it on my mini factory or something. So yeah, we'll see about that. Also, is my mic a little quiet here? Talk, 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 talk. Cool. All right, there it goes. All right, there. Go ahead and give it little toes right here. The interesting thing is that Zbrush, the sculpting software, does have a feature where basically if you want to take a 3D piece and make it 2D, like a coin kind of thing, you can. Just kind of adding some toes here to him. He's got 2 toes in the front and 2 back toes to his feet, so that's all I'm trying to do. As I said before, I could replicate either the left or right side through the digital software. The traditional kind of has a certain kind of freedom that, where did my tool go? Here it is. Has a certain kind of freedom that I feel like digital kind of lacks almost. So the bicep actually goes here, and then you have the muscle under the bicep. That's the muscle that's right here, and then you go. You just kind of. I'm just gonna blend this here. Ugh! Perfect, genius. Sorry. If anyone has any questions or anything, I could go ahead and answer them or whatnot. I'm just trying to do whatever at this point. I don't know. Freestyle right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually bring this in right here. Ideally, it's best to 3D print standing up with it. So I don't know if I can try to make it so it uses minimal support material. So when people 3D print this, they don't have like, I guess you can call it like waste. What is his? He has, Goliath has 3 fingers and a thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a 1 finger right here. And then I'm going to give him a hit. Wait, thumb is pointing back. So really, because if you raise your hand up, your thumb points back behind your head, so you don't see a thumb. So, and that's the middle finger. So really, you only see 2 digits holding the rock. Right here. So you have the, because since it's his middle finger, since he has 3 fingers, so that means he'll just have these right here. I can refine this in a bit. I can actually use this tool to kind of say, okay, this space right here. So this space right here, this space to this space is a little more than the tool. So that means I need to add a little bit more clay along this part of the forearm to make it a little more here. And then I gotta look at the angle of this, which means this has to come down. It's all about perspective, or like relationship between the object to be able to do a what is it called? To do traditional art. Digital art is convenient because it's like symmetry mode as well as like the move tool when it comes to like that. Let's go ahead and give a quick rest to this right here. What I say a lot of times is that when you work on a piece, you can't be keeping your eye on it all the time because your eye will get used to it. You need a fresh eye. So I'm going to jump to the poison hound plant, whoa, which is kind of this. Actually, let me see if I can show a picture of it real quick. I had actually made a 3D model of it years ago, and I actually have a 3D print file available online for people to 3D print. Let me see, where's it at? Okay, so yeah, this is something I submitted. So it's this thing right here. So it's basically like this bulbous kind of plant. So nice thing about that is I'm going to freestyle it. So what I mean is I'm going to just take some soft clay. I'm going to just use my thumb to kind of mash it into the shape to kind of give me some shapes or visualization for things. So this could be like a bulbous thing. That's the thing you can't really do too much on like digital. So like I'm just kind of clumping it and seeing the shapes, and it's going to slowly kind of take form. And then it's got this kind of this branch thing that comes down. It's kind of like a mound. So I'm going to take this and go across with it right here. And then it's got like these other little section parts right here. So I'm going to take this here. I'm going to take little blobs. Now, I want to make sure I keep this as simple as compact as possible. So I'm going to make my own kind of Venom Hound right here. So, oh, follow. All right. Oh, thank you, Fallen A1. Thank you for the follow right there. I don't know why I'm not getting sound notification. Normally, I get a sound effect on my channel, which for some reason isn't coming through Streamlabs right now. But no, that's awesome. Thank you. If you have any questions or anything like that you'd like to ask, go ahead and ask, and I'll go ahead and get back to you on that. But definitely thank you for that follow. I'm just trying to make this little Venom Hound thing and a Goliath thing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the game Evolve, but Evolve is a fun game, and I think it was definitely ahead of its time. I'm just trying to make. There it goes. Then I'm going to have this little little opening is the Venom Hound here, and I want to make sure it's curved right here. There it goes. Then I'm going to go ahead and take this tool here, and I'm going to go here. I'm surprised. I tried looking for like Venom Hound stuff, and I couldn't find it. You know, maybe I should make a Mega Mouth ornament. That might be a good one with a hunter in it. I was making a pencil holder a while ago with it, but yeah, I don't know. There it goes. See, though, it's getting there. Let me go ahead and show the picture again, so people can understand what it like looks like. Like this was the thing I made a while ago. Let me click on it. Click, 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 click. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. This is a picture from the thing right here. Oh, and my camera light. Evolve. Oh, this is the Japanese. Interesting. Not sure if you could see that, but you can see the Venom Hound plant right there. It's like a mutant, toxic looking thing. There it goes. By SDL. I have never really been a fan of providing SDLs. Like for instance, like this IRO here I made. Like I don't have this file available online. It's kind of exclusive to me right here. I sell 3D printed copies every so often, but uh, like this right here, I have my mini factory that I provide like files. If anything, I would probably sell through there. Maybe I suppose Etsy would probably be the other place I would. I'm thinking this would be the near future. I'll go ahead and um, provide buyable STL files and stuff like that, so you can like buy it. I've always been hesitant about it because once you have it, you can just duplicate it or you just copy and paste and send it to other people. I just never understood how that was like so self sufficient. I guess I want to do it, but I just don't know how to like what's the approach for it. This would be made available for free, by the way. These files right here. I'm gonna sculpt this in clay, 3D scan it, refine it a little bit, add a little loop to the top, kind of thing, and then and yeah. So I'm trying to make a thing of oh shoot, it's getting messy. But yeah, I would say my mini factory and Etsy will probably be the places that I will probably get around to selling files. You know, I'm not too sure what the legality of some of that stuff is, especially when it comes to fan art. Because it seems like fan art is just like whatever. But I think that'd be a smart thing for me to do. I should probably do that. I have a lot of good files I have to myself right now. And I think that might be good. If I don't use it, then maybe someone else can have a use for it, kind of thing. So it might just be best if I just sell it, I guess. Sell it and have people. I just don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually make this smaller right here. But no, that's a good question because I actually wasn't thinking. I actually am working my own game right now, so that has been like the forefront of my like mind, I guess. I'm actually working on an Evolve inspired game. So I haven't really been so focused on kind of like custom things or putting things in the shop or anything like that because I have my own project and then I have like other projects. So that's kind of the situation, I suppose. But that is something I should really consider, though. I have a business idea other than this here for like 3D scanning and providing 3D services. But this whole uh, digital is great. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like at the same time it's very easy to just you can manipulate people's like work. So I've always just been kind of worried about that kind of stuff. But I will see what I can do about that, perhaps. I don't know. Let me see, got that. But I'm sorry if I didn't answer that as well as maybe as hoped. But I typically broadcast from Zbrush. I don't usually like do clay sculpting too much. I have prepared some other stuff as demonstrations, for future broadcasts. Where's this here? I did this during a broadcast one time. I was just making like a typical kind of bust, but yeah, I've learned quite a bit during that broadcast when it comes to I should have the base prepared and then sculpt on it. All right, cool. So yeah, as I said before, I didn't even have the properties right. I was going to say that I will probably continue sculpting for maybe another 30 minutes, and then I have to get back to what was it? What was it called? I have to like refine a competition for the Evolve Discord. But indeed, indubitably, I don't know. Where's my other tool? Hold on. Oh, here it is. See, that's another thing too. Traditional is nice, but then your tools are physical, so it's like, where did that tool go? What I'm trying to do is I have to take into consideration the fact that this is gonna be 3D printed, so I gotta keep these things more compact and the integrity of the 3D printed piece. So I need to like keep things strong. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making this touch right here. And then I want to just make sure I just make this a little more bulbous, I suppose. I'm just going to like slap this on right here. Right there. Oh, hey, let's see. You go to hey Brian Locke. Hey Brian Locke there. Let's see. My mini factory. Let me look up the thing so you can check it out. I don't have a lot on there, as I said before. I have probably about a decent amount of files. They're like samples, I guess you can say, of samples of some of my work. It's been a while, Brian Locke. It's been a while since I think you're typically on YouTube, I think, right? So you're probably watching this from YouTube. Let me check the thing here real quick. Let me just see what my thing was again. Hold on. I'll put it in the chat as a link. My mini Dory crazed sculptor. Okay. Copy, and then let me go ahead and paste that here for you to check out. So these are samples. I have I'm gonna post it like there, so you can 3D print the Venom Hound nest I've made in the past. I haven't posted anything in like years, but like these are like samples of some of the stuff I worked on. I have like certain ones I have the whole file to. Like I have Buff Rick. I have like Avatar, Last Airbender, Legend of Korra stuff. Like it's not there on my mini factory, but that's some of the stuff I have like my own collection. Like some of the, I think the last thing I ever posted it was like back in like 2016 or something. But I want to add these to it though. But yeah, just working. I really like how the Venom Hound is turning out. The nest here, I'm gonna try to make sure it's dynamic, so it's asymmetrical. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make these coils here, and just go with the randomness here. Just make it kind of dynamic or whatnot. The Venom Hound nest needs a hole, a burrow, so I'm going to keep that there. Just kind of put that on there. Let's go ahead and make this a little taller here. And of course my tablet goes off. I'm trying to get the reference here. So I could go ahead and do this. I'm going to take some snakes or coils of clay. I think I got a pretty good kind of foundation for some of this here. So I'm going to hold on one moment. I'm going to build this up some more right here. I'm going to lay out the grounds. I'm going to jump back to the Goliath piece. So put some more here. I'll put the little loop here so when people pop up they can see these are going to be ornaments. So I make a little ball of clay, pop that on right here. I'll resize it and stuff like that and rebalance when I do the digital. And then I take my ball tool. The ball tools are really nice. And this might be a little too big actually. I'll punch a hole here. This is just like a little demonstration here. So I can go ahead, when I 3D scan this, I can like tweak the proportions and whatnot, reinforce it. I feel like traditional is a lot of fun. Like digital feels very restrictive, but it's great for refinement. I feel like I can get some. I don't know how to explain it. I was working on a monster piece, and I was trying to do it in digital. I was having a hard time, and then when I went to clay, I was able to actually like get the proportions and everything really well, and I was able to 3D scan it. It's just been a very interesting experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna go here. You know, maybe when I go to work or whatever, I can maybe take some stuff with me or something, so I can like work on my if there's any free or downtime. So I'm just kind of etch this here real quick. Add some like marks here and there. Oh, ooh, that's not what I want to do. Let me know if oh, bug, shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. The Venom Hound is basically very organic in the sense, so let's go ahead and do that right there. I think I will probably add a kind of a bump to kind of go this way with it here. And then kind of maybe connect this here. And then I'm going to take the side of the tool to kind of create this dip right here. All right, so let's go ahead. Actually, maybe I could lower the brightness a bit, actually. Hold on one moment. Is it not registering? Hold on. Okay, there it goes. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and take this here. I'm going to go ahead and maybe make some coils of clay. I'm going to make some placeholder vines because what happens is, so I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. Roll this out real quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here and just kind of go all kind of sorts of weird with it. They're like vines in a sense. They're like veins. Veins and vines work very similar. So if you ever wanted to make veins and stuff like that, this is like probably the best thing to do. And what you do is you make it branch off and just make it go into kind of a pattern you don't expect. I'm going to just go kind of like something like this here. Go around these kind of these bulbs. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make sure I actually trace the shape with the tool right here. Make it kind of bulbous looking almost. You know I met the guy that that made the Hector RC. He was the one that actually had made the new Godzilla design like years ago. Years ago. You know, when they like started making Godzilla movies again. He actually used to go to the community college that I went to when I was trying to take art, and he basically made his own rendition of his own fan art of Godzilla. It got noticed by Legendary Studios, I think it was, and he, yeah, it was great. It was him and Ernie or Ernest. What's his name? It was quite interesting. Um, yeah, he basically made the Godzilla design, posted on DeviantArt. He had all these commissions, and yeah, he got hired, and he works for like making like toys and like certain kind of like limited edition like toys and things like that. I wasn't in the same class when he did all that stuff. He was pretty he was already like doing that stuff. I think. Whatever. I think end of story. I don't. It's been a while since I've mentioned this, so I'm a little rough with the details. That's actually looking pretty good right there. Uh, ideally, as I said before, it's best if it's printed vertical. Like this is the print bed. It's best if this was flat. Same thing right here. But what happens is that when you 3D print, you need everything. If it's a FDM printer, ideally for no support material, it needs to be about 45 degrees from the bed. So if this the bed and everything is vertical or horizontal right here, so this is all printing really well right here. This is printing well. Support material would be here. What I would have to do to eliminate the support material right here would be I would actually have to have this rock touch his head. And then it would actually, this piece would actually be almost supportless. This right here, this is potentially supportless, but the thing is that I would have to keep this flat and then have it print straight up. Yeah, this is potentially no supports required to print. I want to make it like no supports. Supports kind of suck. uh, a good tip is actually, other than spatula tools, use ballpoint tools. So I got like a bunch of different like size ballpoint tools here. I think this one is pretty good, and you can actually make camera. You can actually make these like cool little marks between things to make things seem kind of bulbous or kind of. You make like these cavities one, and then you can take the tool to kind of like blend it. You could use it to actually blend down the edge of things to make it kind of seem like it's expanding, like a growth. So that's what you do. You just kind of drag the ballpoint tool and you press against it. Not sure the camera could pick that up. Autofocus. I'm going to press down on this a little bit to kind of smooth out so you can reduce the glare of the details here. It should autofocus. There it goes. And I could press on this here as well and kind of blend the edges of this to make the kind of like make it kind of veiny. I could push with the tool here and push down here. So it's kind of fun, and then I'm just gonna make sure this kind of branches out, and I kind of almost kind of guide the tool right here. I think I'm gonna hop over to the back to the Goliath in a bit. I'm gonna add some couple more branches here, actually. Ooh, that was warm. This clay is heat sensitive, so I throw it in the microwave, and parts of it are kind of hot. So really, the secret is just sculpting, and this kind of this stuff here is just basically just. And you gotta understand, if this was like a actual like 360 piece, there would be vines coming from other parts of it as well. So I'm just trying to. I don't have to look at reference images, but I don't want to like have you guys just kind of sit around and wait for me to kind of look for these images, even though I kind of said did something like that earlier. But that's different. All right, let's move back to the Goliath again. All right, so I'm looking at. I could give him his back spikes right here. Let's go ahead and shape him a little bit more right here. I think his legs might be a little too long, and I think I got to give him more of a hunch. So I'm gonna bring clay right here. So let's go ahead and add some clay right here. And also I'm going to give him some head spikes because he's got like a head plate thing right here. Got that right there. Curve the head right here. Let's go ahead and give him like a little horn, I suppose. Like he has like this face plate right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually take this tool right here maybe, and then, no, actually no, let me go for this tool right here. And then I'm gonna push down right here. Then go right here. The nice thing about doing the digital is the fact that the digital, I have better control over the lighting. So, and the focus. So, yeah. So let's see here. What am I doing here? Goliath, yeah, Goliath is just like a bodybuilder. He's really like fit. All the monsters are fit if you think about it. They all got rippling muscles. Like they are in shape. Like if I'm gonna beat up some hunters, you know, I guess you gotta be in good shape. You gotta be able to. As I said before, it's a little awkward sculpting around the camera. So forgive me. So right here, sometimes it's important to have like a. I think I'm at 15 minutes left or something, I suppose. So let's see here. Okay, let me actually just pop up a. For people that aren't familiar with what I'm trying to make, let me show you an image real quick of my thumbnail here. That's the thumbnail. The whole idea is to make it kind of cute. I wasn't looking for something super serious in detail, just something that's supposed to be like, it's a Christmas ornament. Christmas tree ornament, so that's kind of the thing here. I'm not trying to, let's make this rock touch his head. This will be great for helping with the support issue. As I said before, I'm trying to make this so that you don't need support material. So if that's the case, I could bring his hands closer to his head. And actually do this kind of cool little perspective thing with his hands. And then bring this in here and then work on his fingers a bit. This allows, as I said before, as long as the key it's about 45 degrees, I guess you can call it, the no support materials needed. Some 3D printers, if they're really well calibrated, can actually do greater than 45. But we can just go ahead and go for the at least the required 40. You know, keep it around the 45. Brian Locke, you still there? Like, I don't know. It seems like it happens every time. Like, Brian Locke is like, hey, and then I'm like, hey, and then like, it's like he died. I'm like, nothing happens. Like, you alright? I'll add some like little back spikes or whatnot to it. So what I mean by back spikes is that since you can't see the back since it's a flat piece, I'm just going to add these these back spikes are going to be an issue because they would require support material. Of course, of course, of course, of course. It's not critical. If it requires support material, it would probably be only like 1% of the print time. and probably the material. So it's not the end of the world. Ideally, I don't want to have print, but that's the only thing that might kill this is the fact that it's going to require print. Just adding some more emphasis to the rib cage here. Sorry, I gotta add more to the pecs. You gotta add more to the pecs. Goliath is not to be messed with. So sometimes you just gotta go back to primary shapes, in all honesty. So that's the collarbone right there. That's that there. Go up like this right here. There it goes. That right there. This arm is annoying me right here. Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. The elbow is here, so I'm gonna have that stick out. Hold on. The Venom Hound looks pretty decent. Keep a lookout for the art competition. If you're in the Evolve Discord, there will be an art contest for creating your own monster slash hunter. I think we're going to be doing that tomorrow, starting tomorrow, for about maybe a week or two. There it goes. And then curve the bicep right here, so punch the hole here. Sorry. I'll add a little shoulder spike right there. That spike can actually connect to... Oh, hello. Goku... the Gray? Welcome. How are you doing? I'm just working on just sculpting some Christmas ornaments, I guess you can say. So this is from a game called Evolve. So this is a Venom Hound nest, and this is a Goliath with a rock. He has an ability called Rock Throw. So I figured that'd be a great little piece to have. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So they're like, oh, you can make realistic clay sculptures. What clay do you use? Like what I do is I make random stuff. Like I'm trying to work on my own video game right now. My own Evolve inspired game. I have a friend that's helping me with the coding for the Unreal Engine, and I'm providing the art for it along with some concept artists. But that will probably be for I was hoping 2023, but after I've had an injury, my finger here, this finger here, you see like the scar, like basically hasn't fully recovered. My nail is falling off here. I got this right here. It's like little things here. It's kind of pushed it back a couple of months. So I just started feeling better right now. Any kind of hand. Okay. Do you use water-based, oil-based clay? Like I got like this is an example of one of my previous works right here. I 3D not 3D model. I 3D sculpted and printed this. Air dry clay. Air dry. Air dry is interesting. Air dry is very prone to cracking unless you have it dry really slowly. It's the same with like regular water-based clay. It's just got to make sure it dries slow. The kind of fluffy clay. Is there a particular brand that you use? When I think of Crayola. For some reason, when I think of air dry clay, I don't know why. I know there's other air dry clays, but I remember one time I was like, I might want to try air dry clay. I know there's others in Michaels and Joann's, but I don't know the name of the brand. Is all. You can, yeah, it's Crayola, but it doesn't crack any. Oh, okay. I don't know why, but I feel like I've seen it. crack or something. But I guess it's just because you got to make sure you don't leave it out. You just got to let it slowly cure. Okay, that's cool. What are some of the things you like to uh, to sculpt? Just kind of adding some muscle features to them here. Anyone was wondering. And then I gotta add these kind of packs. The pack, see this right here? This is important. The pack is in 3 parts right here. I could make it real quick. So this one goes like here, and then this one kind of goes like, this one goes underneath the other, and then it comes out like, it's like a fan shape. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Actually, can I turn on the light? It's kind of hard to tell. Let me turn the light back on. Horror games. Oh, cool. Horror games. Like what? Demons or something? Zombies? No, honestly, the. Actually, hold on. I'm a little distracted here, real quick. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, FNAF. Oh, that's neat. That sounds fun. The animatronics are definitely neat. He did it. The creator definitely did a great job with like the idea or concept. It's like basically Chuck E. Cheese. Can you friend my Discord? Oh, maybe I don't know. I'm not a like. Hold on, you're still working on it. I still can't wait. Fallen King. Oh, you're talking about my game, my video game I'm working on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you were talking about that, I'm working on it. I had a bit of a setback by a couple months because I had hand injuries. Uh, so I wasn't really able to do anything for like 2 months, like a month and a half. So it kind of pushed things back, and it's actually kind of slow starting back up again. So it had some issues right now. I'm just making some evolve ornaments right now. Discord. Oh, hold on. I don't have my Discord set up. I don't have a command for that right now. Um, I never really considered having my Discord. I think it's because I'm just kind of I'm just not a fan of like just like because if everyone asks and if I do everything, I'm gonna have to end up muting people. It says right here, I'm following. Yeah, following for Watkins. Oh no, yeah, it's um, I've been so Fallen King. I've been working up to it. Like, if you go to the Evolve Discord, Goku, I'm there. I'm one of the admins to the. I'm one of the founders to the Evolve Discord 2.0 Discord. I basically was there since that Discord was created back in 2018. I'm one of the admins on there. We have an art contest on there. If anyone's interested in making your own monster or hunter, we have a contest that we're going to start probably tomorrow. So if you are interested in that, the prizes vary from Evolve Stage 2 keys, Steam keys, small cash prize. You're the winner having their character sculpted and the file being presented to the community so everyone could print the character out. The Evolve art book. So if anyone was just kind of curious about it, we're going to be having that art contest soon in the Evolve Discord. Oh, oops. Yeah, this Goliath is getting there. So it's slow but surely, but it's definitely a challenge working behind a camera. So forgive me when I try to do this here. But how are you doing, Fallen King? How are things going? You have any questions or anything? I'm gonna definitely have to thicken these legs up or something. Give them some. So this right here is this right here. I'm just trying to reduce the amount of support material I need. There it goes. Pretty good. Playing a lot of Squad, new Call of Duty. I'm gonna pop in again and see the progress. It's getting there. As I said before, the monsters are going through new kind of concepts, and the person I had that was supposed to try to make the abilities and stuff like that and backstories hasn't been the most reliable. Even like hasn't been the most reliable. It seemed very promising initially, but then they're just busy. So I'm gonna have to find a new person to create or come up with ideas for abilities based on like the theme of my game. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing. Things have been yeah, so we'll see. I'm trying to. My coding friend has been on it with the game mechanics and what I want. It's just a matter of providing the art and stuff to it and like the concepts. So I have some pretty good ideas for events, but it seems like my coding friend's a little hesitant even about it. But I know it has promise. It's things that's inspired me from different games. So you know, some of the games that I have some interesting ideas are from things like For Honor. I'm not saying what about For Honor, but there's something about For Honor that I like about it that I think has some interesting game mechanics. Um, what was it? For Honor. I can't think off the top of my head for some reason, but there's some cool stuff that I'm thinking of game wise. So Evolve is asymmetrical, and I've thought about certain things that I wish Evolve had that I know how to incorporate with the story that I have. So I think that's going to be a neat thing. Um, Assuming everything goes right, I might be moving in like a few months, so that might push things back a little bit. We'll see. A lot of possible things happening in the next couple of few months. So this Venom Hound plan, I really like how it looks. I might change some things off camera, but I like the Goliath is looking pretty decent. I'm gonna add. Oh, I might add some spikes right there. And then right here. Oh, I like Undertale. Undertale is cool. I like what is that? Who's that? Oh, Goku. Yeah, Undertale is neat. I've liked the I like how they kind of trick you in the sense like you think certain actions are the good ones, but they're actually bad actions, and like I don't know how to explain it. The characters are good. I really like what is his name? The Skeleton Brothers. Do you want the sequel? The sequel? Are you talking about that's the one with the purple dog girl and the sorry, I forgot what it was called. I don't think it's called Undertale. I think it had a different name. Deltarune, that's right. It's basically Undertale scrambled. That's right. That's right. Man, this is looking a lot better. You know what? Who wants to see my sketch real quick? I made quick sketches here. So let me see here. So this is my quick sketch. It's actually looking pretty good. I think if I shorten the legs, do you want to play the game? I actually watch a YouTuber do that. I don't really play games as much, although I have been playing Evolve Stage 2 quite a bit. But I've been more of a fan of like if there's any kind of like action or kind of like story games, I usually end up watching some YouTuber. And then if it's a game that's like a multiplayer kind of thing, like Evolve or Paladins, I'm more likely to play those kind of games. Um, this might be a future ornament right here, actually. Let me show you this design. This might be a future design right here. I really like this iPad Pro. But that might be a future ornament coming up. I really like how this is looking right here. Really, the legs need to be... Actually, look at this perspective right here. It looks pretty good. I need to just confirm my... Also, if anyone was aware here, let me go ahead and open... Oops. It's also this thing's got also a sculpting app right here. So I was working on some chibi monster designs for like I was having an idea for like a holiday art contest for the Evolve Discord. So I prepped these models. So you got Gorgon, Behemoth, Wraith, Kraken, Goliath. Actually, that's a good reference right there. I'm gonna put the little eye sockets and the three little horns. Okay. Um, but yeah, so that's this. I like this app a lot. It's good on the go kind of thing. You know, you can like sculpt and stuff. I got the pen. I needed because I was going to like a business visit up in Texas uh, for stuff. Oops. I row. Let me see right here. I was just asking because I can give you the game files free. Oh no, I'm good. I honestly believe that getting stuff for free is not the best thing to help support. I would say I if I want to play something, I want to make sure I pay the person because you understand if it's something that's good, you put your money towards it so they can produce more of that product. You don't basically take it. I'm not saying it's nothing against you. Like you probably have it for free and it's legal, but I just in general I like to help. I like to support the creator of the thing they've made so that they can like create more of it. It was free initially. It's fine, but I don't think that was the intention of that's what it is. Like I don't want to. It's fine. Thank you for the offer, but I don't think I'll see myself playing Deltarune anytime soon. I got my kind of my priorities other than work, maybe a little bit of All Stage 2 playing, but I got to work on my game, my like business idea. So I kind of can't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Fallen King, I missed your message. Sorry, I got lost right there. Ayo, why does its legs look like a Pokemon's lol? If you look at the Goliath, his legs are. What happens is that actually, let me see if I can show this. I have this thing right here. I made a sketch of. Hold on, let me go switch back to the app right here. Uh, so I made a. Okay, this is like a little sketch right here. So this is possible ornament design right there too. Some other kind of stuff right here. But see right here, this is I was working on different styles, fan art style kind of thing for like the monsters, and his legs are pretty much animal like. So he's got back toes. He's got back toes. He's got front toes, and then it's kind of the front right here. But if you look at the images of oh, this is funny. Hold on, let me show this here. Uh, I was trying to make a template for people so they can see like the different funny art styles, like a doll version, simple stick for Goliath, a more refined kind of thing. So, what was that thing I had here? This is an interesting kind of doll version of Goliath. But if you look for pictures of Goliath, that's how it is. His legs, just in general, when you look at a monster, typically they have a long foot. Let me see if I can sculpt the side view here real quick. So basically, all right, I'm gonna. This is like the. I'm gonna sculpt the pelvis. So the pelvis is kind of like this forward tilt right here. It's good if you know how to like draw. So that's like the forward tilt of the pelvis. Then you got the leg, which I always. So you got the thigh. You take this here. You make like a little shape like this. Push this down right here. You got the thigh. Then the calf portion is another tube right here. And I'll basically kind of just sculpt that right there. Then you got the foot portion, which basically is this thing that's basically the back of the heel down. Oh, it's not staying because this I don't have anything for this to like grip onto. All right, and then it splits right here. So this is just typical just anatomy in general when it comes to like monsters. So they have this, so they have the thigh. So you got the pelvis, you got the thigh, the calf, and then you got the foot portion, which splits off into multiple toes. So this is what this is basically right here. But due to the perspective of this here, you can't see too much of this. I could, if I wanted to, go like this to maybe kind of indicate kind of something there. But really, yeah, it doesn't work out too well from this perspective. But that's what's going on here. That's why it's kind of like, it looks like kind of like a Pokemon, I guess you can say. But this is what's going on here. This part right here is hidden by the thigh in this perspective. But actually, I like how I did that side view pretty well as demonstration. It's like drawing with clay, which is fun. So let me go back here. Let me just add some of that back on. All right, cool. So yeah, you can see the muscle groups, bicep. You got the forearm muscles. The forearm connects to right here. Sorry, I'm just getting a little, I guess, maybe distracted a bit. I'm actually going to make these spikes touch here as a form of secret support material. I could have it actually touch to the rock right here, which might be a good idea in all actuality. But you understand, the most... So this is very important because this will help you with making... If you know anatomy of just a human, you basically just stretch and shrink all different parts of the human anatomy to fit animals, and you just tweak them. If you have a good understanding of like at least a few species anatomy, you can actually use that knowledge to transfer to make your own monsters. You know, human legs basically. So as I said before, you got the pelvis right here. It's basically a, you know, if you take drawing, you know, it's basically a forward tilt with the bone that comes here for the tailbone. Then you take this right here. This is the typical thigh right here. You push this down right here. Then you got this right here, which is the calf. And the calf actually sits a little behind this right here. And then you bring this down right here. The knee's right there. And, you know, you might have to press this a little forward because the muscle, right there. And then you got the foot, which is typically represented by like a little foot right there. But that's what it is. You got the pelvis right here, the thigh. What happens is there's a gesture. It's almost like an S curve right here. The knee sticks out here. If I wanted to, I could put a little more emphasis on the knee right there. But yeah, all you do is this. See this right here? So this thigh, this hip is this right here. This thigh is this right here. This is right here. And this foot right here is basically this, but extended. And then the toes right here are here and here. So it's basically any kind of leg or arm you want. It's just manipulating these elements. So this is kind of a fun little thing to do. I don't know. This has kind of been fun. All right, so let's see here. So I'm just going to actually extend this right here. Actually, I think I've kind of reached the time I was going to be working on this because, as I said, I got to work on some final details with some of the arts contest info. So I might have to get... Oh, whoops! That's the problem when you work with heat-sensitive clay. It hardens. There it goes. It's a little spike right there. I got to work on the face. I don't know. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that right there for eyes. Right there. Then make sure I do this for the pecs right here. Then I go ahead and actually smooth this out right here. I guess I gotta give him some gills right here. Goliath has like a set of gills. He's got like fire. It's not really gills. They're like vents. I guess maybe a better way of calling them. They're like vents. So if I go right here and I'll give him teeth and stuff like that too, but I might have to go back to the drawing board later. So I'm just gonna go to maybe right here, and then he's got like these neck vent things. So they're like little. Oops, there's a fly here. The light makes it a little hard. So I think I'm gonna end up doing is probably wrapping up soon. But I like this. I like how this Venom Hound plant is looking right here, though. Maybe I'll broadcast again. Maybe I'll do some more of this tomorrow. But I think I should probably get going right now. Let me see if I can show anything before I go. Let me see if I have anything around my room here I'd be willing to show that won't spoil anything. Oh, this is cool. Oh, Blazing Shark. Oh, yeah, you see this here? So these are Christmas ornaments. Sorry, Blazing Shark. Since you, not sorry you, but everyone else. But like, I was trying to make some Christmas ornaments here. So you got like Goliath throwing a rock. You got the Venom Hound nest. I'm gonna work on. I want to 3D scan this and make the files available after I refine it a little bit. But I don't know. Let me see if I could maybe pick something up right here. Oh, I'll show maybe a sneak peek of this guy. I don't want to show too much of this guy, so I'm gonna hide some parts of it. That's all I'm going to probably show here. I can't show it. It's a project I'm working on for something, and I don't want to show too much. It's a pretty big piece. It's like a how big is this? It's like 10 inches tall. The monsters I'm working on tend to be about 10 inches or so tall. But okay, sorry. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. I'll see if I can broadcast this again. I might do some of this on my own time a little bit, so I can show you guys before I 3D scan. Maybe try working on it. I'm gonna go over my my drawing and see if I can like see how I can maybe make this better or enhance it, and be better prepared for the next broadcast. But no, yeah. So that's kind of like what it is here. So my little tutorial here about the legs and what's going on here. But yeah, we'll see. I think this is pretty good for how long has this broadcast been going on for? I have no idea. For some reason, it's not telling me. Oh, there it is. Hour 15 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna get going. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can watch this broadcast. It'll be saved on Twitch and I think YouTube because I think I'm doing both. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see if I can do this more often, I suppose. And I'll do this probably with the winner of the contest. So remember, if anyone's interested in the Evolve contest, there's going to be prizes and whatnot in the Evolve 2.0 Discord. We'll probably start tomorrow or Sunday.